Hi, I'm Danny McKinley, and I'm here at Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And today, we're going to show you Sheriff of Nottingham. This is a Dice Tower Essentials game, the first in their series, came out about 2 years ago, and it's all about the game of bluffing, although you don't have to. So let me show you how it plays, and we'll talk about it later. So in Sheriff of Nottingham, players are going to take turns playing the sheriff. Everybody else is going to be known as a merchant, and they will be bringing in different commodities into the town. Now, of course, the sheriff doesn't want to see anything illegal, like contraband of any kind. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, the four commodities are apples, cheese, chickens, and bread. Those are perfectly legal goods, and they are simulated by these green borders. Every player will have a hand of these cards. There'll be a draw pile and 2 discard piles that they can choose from. So on the turn, I'm going to use the market phase. I can trade in any number of cards, draw a certain number of cards. I might want to get rid of my chicken, because I might not be getting chickens, and pick up these apples instead. Then, after all players have had the chance to draw cards and discard them, the player acting as the sheriff will announce everybody to load their merchant bag. Every player has a merchant bag, and they can load in up to 5 of their 6 cards. Now, in order to bring it into town, it is supposed to be only 1 commodity. Then you have declaration, where you hand your merchant bag to the player who is playing as the sheriff, and you must look them in the eye and tell them what you are bringing in. Now, this is the point where you can bluff, because you don't have to be honest of what you are bringing in. But you're only going to declare 1 commodity, and you're going to tell them how many cards are in here. So this example, I might say, I have 3 apples. During the declaration phase, and any other time, you are allowed to bribe, make deals, or just try and convince the sheriff, because they have the option to open the bag. If they are in the inspection stage and they decide, I don't believe you that these are 3 apples, one of 3 things might happen. They can either hand the bag back to you, and whatever you get through goes through, whether it be contraband or not, or they might open it. The sound of that snap is important, because that means that they must look at the cards. If they look at the bag and they see that that player was being honest, the player acting as the sheriff is penalized. I would have to pay a number of coins to the player who I have wasted their time. In this example, I would give them 6 coins. Since this is victory points at the end of the game, that's very important. However, let's say I brought in some contraband, like this pepper. This is shown as a red bordered card, and all of the contraband has the red border as well. If even one of my cards is contraband or something I didn't declare, then that is confiscated, placed in the discard pile, and the player who is trying to sneak it in is then penalized by paying the sheriff that number of coins. As I said, that is what you can have to help benefit you in your bluffing. I might tell the player, well, you're going to be penalized if you open it, but that is 3 apples. Whether I'm trustworthy or not is important. Now, you must look the sheriff in the eye during that phase and declare it, so they might be able to read you if you are bluffing. Or you could play the good, honest route and bring in only legal goods. It's really your choice in this game. Finally, remember how I said you could bribe players? You may bribe the sheriff. It's like, well, there's 20 coins for your trouble. Let's just pass it along. Don't worry about looking in my bag. Or, if I wanted to be especially mean, I could say, red player here, I don't trust him. Here's 20 coins, look in there. It's up to the sheriff though. Every player is going to be taking on the role of sheriff twice per game. This goes around clockwise, and at the end of those 2 full rounds, whoever has the most money from cards that they have brought in, bonus points for majority, and money that they have in hand is the winner. So that was Sheriff of Nottingham. As I said, the game is all about bluffing, except you don't have to. I have seen many games played of this where people have and have not won because they bluffed. But that's all the best part about the game. Player with the most money at the end of the game is the winner. And if you would like to see it played in person, come on by at Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and we'll be more than happy to show you how it plays.